When it comes to crime dramas, I really appreciate Takeshi Kitano's series of films that he's made. Now, I don't know how many of you have actually watched his films or how many of you are familiar with Takeshi Kitano, but you'd probably remember him if you saw the film Battle Royale, which is what launched the PUBG and the Fortnite series. And it was like a video about a bunch of kids who are put on an island and forced to kill each other to the last man. And he was basically the teacher who was the main character in it. Or you may have seen the movie Zatoichi, which came out not terribly long ago. But Zatoichi was a movie about a blind swordsman. And it was really, really well played. And I'd hope, that if you haven't seen it, that you get a chance to watch it. But, there's multiple renditions of Zatoichi. But the one that Takeshi Kitano did was one of the better ones. You might have seen the movie Brother with Omar Epps and Takeshi Kitano, which was actually like a B movie, but it was actually pretty well done. Or maybe you heard of him from Fireworks or Violent Cop or Boiling Point or a number of other movies like Tokyo Eyes or there's a couple of other ones that he did, Sonatine for one. But bottom line is I just was able to get the DVD shipped to me from Japan of the last part of his film trilogy called The Outrage. Now, if you'd seen the first film, hopefully you can see the first film, maybe if you have on demand or something. You should check for it because these are really good movies. So the first film was Outrage, where basically there was a Yakuza overboss who decided to shuffle up people in his ranks by starting gossip and causing some of his henchmen to attack each other. And basically it caused a lot of backstabbing. And then you have Kitano's character, whose name is Otomo. He's the main character of all three films. And Otomo gets outraged at what's going on, and then he goes on a killing spree, basically, and he starts knocking out some of the Yakuza henchmen from the opposite crime family. He's part of the Sano Kai crime family, or the Sano Kai Yakuza, but the overarching Yakuza boss is from another family, the Hanabishi. So they end up starting this tit-for-tat war where they're ending up killing individual Yakuza henchmen. And, for people who don't know a lot about Yakuza, Takeshi Kitano's movies have basically put yobitsumi or finger cutting into like prime time. I know there was a Michael Douglas movie where it was done, and that's probably the first time a lot of Americans had heard of it. But things like that, like finger cutting and ritualistic killing at these dinners where they're supposed to be just eating sushi, but somebody says something stupid and ends up getting themselves killed. These movies they're not too long. They're average about maybe close to 2 hours, but they're really, really well-made crime dramas. And it's kind of funny when you think back, a lot of people compared this film trilogy to The Godfather. Godfather 1 was obviously one of the best films of all time. Godfather 2 was another one of the best films of all time. Godfather 3, a lot of people were split on, a lot of mixed reviews. With this drama, Takeshi Kitano as his main character acting as Otomo, he puts together a really, really, really well-made crime drama. And I just finished watching the third film. I think altogether I've paid about $100 for all of the films together. But it was a really, really well-made drama, and hopefully you get a chance to watch it. Now, I have to say, the third movie kind of dragged on a little bit longer than the first two movies, which seemed to have more energy as they moved from beginning to end. The third movie kind of returned to the design of the first movie, where the overarching Yakuza boss decides to pit some of the underlings against each other. In the second movie, Otomo goes and gets revenge against the main crime family that's still left standing. But in the third film, you get a return to what you saw in the first film. And it's kind of hard to explain it unless you're kind of familiar with it, because I don't want to give anything away. I don't like spoiling. But what I have to say is these movies are really awesome. They're really well made. And despite the fact that it cost me $60 to get this film and there was no way I could download it illegally offline, I couldn't find it on FrostWire, I couldn't find it anywhere online, even those fake download movie free sites didn't have it. And I'm just really, really happy that I was able to get it. I spent $60, and to tell you the truth, it was absolutely worth it. You should watch these films.